Hey guys. Okay. So if you hear this annoying ticking noise, I am so sorry. Just bear with me. You will ignore it eventually. Most of you probably know me as the party girl because I was always drinking, always drunk. If you guys don't know me like that, then that's really great because then, yeah, who wants to be known as the party girl who's always drunk? I actually started drinking when I was about 13 years old, and if my mom and dad see this, I'm very sorry, but a lot of truths are gonna come out now. And I actually did it to fit into the crowd I was with. And when you're 13 or 14, you just want to have friends. So I started drinking at that age. I almost drank for 10 years, and I'm very happy that I can say that I didn't. I stopped in January of 2018. So I just missed the 10-year mark. I moved to Holland in 2014, I believe. I went out almost every day. Then I moved in with my roommate at the time, and she was a big drinker. And that's fine because I thought it was fun. So I loved living with her, and I loved pre-drinking, and I loved going out and getting drunk and doing stupid crap. But it caught up with me in the end. We worked for a company in Holland where they host student parties. If you weren't working at the parties, you would be at the parties they were hosting. I would pre-drink at least 2 bottles of Prosecco before going out and continuing drinking. And I carried on doing that for, I think, 2 years. And before I moved back to Curacao, I met my boyfriend, and he calmed me down in a lot of ways, but I still kept drinking. So now, let's skip to 2017, December 2017, and we all know December is totally party month. It is Christmas, it's people's birthdays, it's New Year's. So for New Year's, I kind of went overboard. I had drank. We went out to some party first, so I had 2 glasses of wine there, and the glasses were huge there, so it was a lot. And then we went home. Between 6 of us, there were 7 bottles of champagne, and I think I drank the most. And then after midnight, we went to an all-you-can-drink party, and the party was horrific. And what else is there to do with a party that has literally 4 people? You drink. And in the end, a fight broke out, and I admit that I was wrong of me of getting into a fight with one of my closest friends at the time. An ex-friend of mine, now ex-friend, managed to make me feel so shitty about myself. So then I thought, okay, I'm gonna stop drinking. Obviously, the point of this all is that the alcohol causes me to become dramatic, causes me to become angry, become sad, happy. And I was never tipsy or something. I would just keep on drinking until I basically blacked out at times. 4 months later, sober, and it is a ride. I'm sorry if I keep looking down, it's because I'm reading so I don't babble along. It is not easy to quit drinking. Whoever tells you it is easy, they never had a problem with drinking. I literally went to drinking if I was upset, if I was angry, if I was hurt, if I wanted to celebrate something. I would just do it all the time. Going out is not an easy thing if you are trying to be sober. You have to have a lot of control. So I suggest not going out for at least 6 months. Yeah. Mood swings are a big wow. I had a lot of mood swings. I was angry that I couldn't drink. I was upset that I couldn't drink. And another thing I learned was that temptation is literally everywhere. You want to go to the beach? Oh, have a beer. You want to go to an event? Oh, here, drink something. Anywhere you go and everything you do, there is a temptation, and there is an advertisement for alcohol. Bowling, you can drink there too. Movies, you can even drink at the movies. God, okay. Anyways, I have had a lot of struggles with the not drinking, and I'm extremely lucky to have such an amazing support system around me. I mean, my friends, they support me, my family, they support me, my boyfriend really supports me. I actually went out once with a friend of mine named Lana, and I think it was the second time I went out, and we went to Wet n Wild, and I had the biggest temptation. I needed to drink. I kept telling Lana, I need a drink. I need a one sip. One won't hurt, you know, it's not like it's this. And she literally looked at me and said, I'm not letting you drink. You're doing so well. And I've literally been sober, I think, for a month or two. You're doing so well. You're not drinking. I'm not gonna let you drink. And in the end, I never drank. She stopped me. And I was really surprised by that, because I know if I had hung out with the people I was hanging out with 2017, they would have said, okay, one drink, just one. And then we all know that would not have stayed at one drink. So, yeah. But I'm very thankful for Lana, and I'm still thankful for her till this day. Even now, she's asking every day, how are you? Or if we go out together, she says, do you mind if I drink? You know, those small little things, they really help, because when someone asks you that, instead of just doing it, you're kind of like, oh, okay, no, I don't mind. You can drink, you know, do your thing. So yeah. And I always told everyone that the temptation wasn't there, but I lied because I didn't want to seem weak. But it was always there, and it still is. I've noticed that I relied a lot more on alcohol than I thought I did. I can't just drink away my feelings. I have to actually deal with my own problems, and that is very hard for me, since I also suffer with depression and anxiety. Well, depression's a little better. The anxiety is really bad. But I normally would just drink all that away and I wouldn't feel it. So now all of a sudden I can't drink it away, and it sucks. I actually stopped drinking once for a month in Holland, but that was not because I wanted to. It was just that my closest friends in Holland, they don't drink, so there was no need to drink there. And that was easy. Well, no, at one point I was craving it, but then it went away. So by this time around, when I got to 1 month, I thought, okay, it's easy, it's not gonna be hard. But by my third month, the ending of the third month, it got really bad. I actually started to hate myself, and I thought I couldn't do this, and I wanted to just stop it and just gulp everything down. I actually cried because I couldn't drink, and I thought to myself, who the hell cries? And my boyfriend and I talked about it, and you know, my drinking wasn't a problem. It was the fact that I didn't know my limits. So I would just drink really fast, and my mom always told me this too. She always said, you're drinking your wine way too fast. And I kept thinking, oh no, I'm fine, it's normal. It wasn't normal. I also felt like I had become the most boring person on the planet, because my life was revolved around going out. It was revolved around getting drunk, hanging out with friends, listening to music, dancing, throwing up, feeling like crap for 2 days, and then doing it all over again. So this whole sober thing really also made me realize that I am a very weak person. Without alcohol, I'm very weak. But I'm still learning, that I don't need alcohol for anything. You know, I have to learn to love myself and not rely on something like that. Another thing is the thing I told you guys about, the advertisement. It's everywhere. The beach, have a nice cold bride, win a VIP package plus a big bottle of Prosecco or vodka or something. Anywhere you go, you always see people. They always either have a beer, they always have a vodka cola, or they have a wine or a shot, anything. People always have alcohol in their hand. And if they don't, they have a water, and that's because they feel like they're about to go over that limit. Now, the good thing about this whole journey for me was seeing how much support I had from the people around me. For instance, my parents, they supported me completely. They were extremely proud of me, and they were also very cautious. They didn't want to drink in front of me, which, is great, but I don't want them to stop their drinking for me. My friends, they always asked me if they minded if they drank in front of me. My answer was always no, because I didn't want anyone to feel like they couldn't, and also because this is a decision that I chose for myself. So, you know who you guys are. If you guys want to drink, please drink. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna get crazy. My boyfriend, he is literally the biggest support system I've had through this whole journey. When I felt down or I felt a temptation, he was always there to listen to me and help me through the roughest patches. And we lived together, so he saw everything, from me crying about alcohol, from me getting angry, from me just saying one beer, one this, one that, And he constantly told me how proud he was of me. And I could never really see the proudness in myself, because giving up alcohol was such a big deal that I felt like I was just failing at my life. It sounds so dramatic, but that's how it feels. It's not easy. It sucks. It helped to hear that he was proud, because then at least I knew I was doing something right. I was going in the right direction of doing what I'm doing. And another big support system I had was from social media. A lot of you guys on Instagram or Snapchat actually reached out to me if I needed help, even if I wasn't asking for it. You guys would just say, hey, I think that's really cool. I'm this month sober, or I don't drink, or something. And if you ever need to talk or you have a temptation, just let me know and we'll talk. And I think that's really cool, because nowadays social media is only bringing out the really bad things in people. And I thought it was really cool that even people I didn't know were reaching out to me and helping me. So thank you for that. The benefits of being sober are definitely no more hangovers, because I hated having hangovers. I was always so ashamed of myself afterwards, and I always had anxiety the next morning, because I never knew what I did that night, or if I pissed someone off, or had a fight with my boyfriend, fight with my parents, fight with my friends, Because when I was drunk, I was always dramatic. I always fought with people. I was either way too happy or way too sad or way too angry. Now I know when I go out that I won't be fighting with anyone, and that I won't be feeling like crap the next morning. So here I wrote my goal for a year. I don't want to do it for a year because it's not going to help me. It's not going to teach me to my limits. I need to learn my limits when I know that I'm ready to learn my limits. So if you ever go out and you ever see me drinking after this video, it's because it was my time to learn my limits. So please don't think, oh, you're a liar, or oh, you couldn't do it. I can do it. I just need to want to learn my limits. I don't want to stop myself from something. And you guys might all think 4 months, that's nothing. It is a lot. I'm happy that I am this far, that I'm okay, and that it does get easier, and that I found out who my real support system are through all of this. So that really helps too. You can always come to me. You're not alone. Even if you are a week sober right now, be proud of yourself, because it is hard. And on that note, I think this video is done, and I'm so sorry. I said I would post it like a month ago, and here we are a month later doing it. If you have any questions, you can always ask me. Please don't be negative with anything. I think this is a really hard video for me, and I know I might get a lot of crap for anything I've said that might offend people, but I feel like there's two sides to every story, and now everyone gets to hear my side as well.